Hello everybody and welcome back to Emerald Dragon. We've been pursuing Ostrakhan for a little while, and we may actually be finally catching up to him. However, because his personal forces are now here in Ervad, that means new, mean, random encounters. Okay, so imps have a lot of AP, they hit a lot, and they're just generally mean about everything. Their little buddies over there are more supporters. They do things like increase defense and whatnot. Also, I went back and bought the Godblade because it is actually significantly stronger than the Holy Sword. Don't go to the corner. Why did you do that? Oh yeah, you may have noticed that this game does the Breath of Fire thing, where the overworld music changes in certain areas or after certain events. But one thing to always remember is that Emerald Dragon as a thing predated the Breath of Fire series. But before we go to Ervad itself, we're going to stop off at Sada's fort, because now that it's empty, we can get that treasure chest over there. Meet the Knight Armor. It's actually really strong. We can equip the Knight Armor on Atrushan, which means we can equip the full plate to Khosrow, and everybody's happy. Okay, also now appearing is the first appearance of caterpillars, which are incredibly annoying because they are very fast and they explode for non-trivial amounts of damage. Oh, and they also have a pretty decent area of effect, too. Atrushan is going to need more healing than that. Well, that's always the risk you take when you need to translate something that has limited character space for names in the battle window. That's probably the reason for those abbreviated class names in the Shining Force. I am sure glad that we have this Thifa joining our party. Eventually, he'll promote into a ninja. Yeah. Oh, some demon army commander. Oh, you mean the only one we left that we know about, Ostrakhan? So it's back to Freyward's mansion. There aren't anything... There isn't anything really new in this part of the mansion, except for these blueprints. So, Farna is an architect, too. Well, if Baron Freyward met with the demon army, he'd want to do it in a secret place. I bet Ostrakhan just wants to talk. Yeah, I guess. Well, time for the wall humping to begin. I am so glad that they show searching for secret passages in the story the same way that anyone who actually plays these sorts of games actually does it. Just running up and sliding up and down the walls. Better save here, because encounters are kinda gonna get nasty from here on out. Imps are quite a menace, actually. I do not know why I left this encounter in there. Well, at least it's a short one. Another platinum. Okay, new enemy. The Stone Leader is just a regular brute type enemy, but he hits really hard, actually. Kaboom. Well, time to pull Trushan out of that square dance. Man, Khosrow is going to need a better weapon. Unfortunately, that's not going to happen for a little bit. Two, three. Yeah, Killer Samurai can do some nasty stuff, but their defense is basically non-existent. We're so beat up, I'm going to use the tent. Well, a tent, because I remember to buy 20 of them. I'm never going to be caught without tents again. That's something I promised myself after my experience with the Phoenix Cave in Final Fantasy VI, but apparently I forgot about that when playing this game. And I'll just take care of that. Yes, high potions. Oh, a random encounter? That was almost a self-correcting problem. Yeah, the problem with those exploding caterpillar-type enemies is that they tend to have high defense also. We're just gonna save here in case of certain kinds of nastiness. Well, this, I'm sure this isn't a trap. Oh, 16-bit laughter, how I missed you. I need to play Punch-Out more. Oh wow, that's a pretty big arm you got there. Yeah, they grew him a new one. I have a feeling that after his arm got cut off, he went back to his masters and was like, and they were like, "Hey, do you want us to grow your regular arm back?" And he was like, No! Grow me the biggest, grodiest monster arm that you can! I went with big, pulsing veins, and it has to be weird colors and everything. Give me a G-Virus arm. I apologize for the possible lack of visual of what Ostrakhan is doing, surrounding him with those fragments, but YouTube just isn't willing to show standard definition at 60 frames per second. And Hathram has now been trapped in a demonic Pokeball. I am so glad that this game never makes us sympathize with him. Well, never tries to make us sympathize with him. Oh! I don't know, maybe you were lazy. We've got a thinker on our hands. Oh, we're getting into some lore stuff. Well, we'll just talk to him. Well, it's gonna be one of those times, isn't it? Okay, with that, all of the random encounters in this mansion are done with. It does make me wonder why Ostrakhan can't get it himself. Yeah, well, maybe we'll find that out. What? All we did was cut off his arm. What did you notice? I wonder. Hathram is fine. For certain definitions of fine. Now I wonder why I left this one in. Ah, well, it's a short encounter anyway. I need to be more diligent with my edits. So, we've been suckered into one of those usual kinds of traits that you see in any RPG, really. But hey, Tamarin now has the next tier healing spell, which should make things a little easier. I do wonder what their real aims are. Oh good, we get him back. Goodbye, random encounter. You don't deserve recognition, you were just random. Okay, once you leave Zam Fortress by the other way, there are actually no more field encounters in along the entire way back to Dardawa Forest. Oh, right, I was looking for something else. Yeah, because we're getting Yaman back, I was thinking of getting a better bow for him. Then I remembered it was in the next town. All that's really left to do is just head south through our path and go back to the forest. Once I remember where Arpath Fortress actually is, of course. I wish I was better about directions. Oh well, it's pretty hard to get totally lost in this game. I think there are only really 1 or 2 dungeons in this game that could be considered large by RPG standards. Hey Yaman, welcome back. You know what? Welcome aboard. Okay, Farna, it's time for an intervention in this weird romantic subplot you've got going on. Oh, that's the thing. No, he's just Hathram, I guess. Thank you! Convince the chief? Yeah, that's a likely story. Welcome back to the team. Oh? Wait a minute, does Khosrow know that Atrushan is a dragon? Yeah, let's do that thing. Make what face? You only have one expression in your portraits. So along the way we're gonna pick up that new bow for Yaman. Huh. I wonder why he doesn't have his forest bandana. Okay, he starts with a longbow and chainmail, and we're going to get him the composite bow. Okay, let's see what you got. Nothing I care about. Ah, there's the bow. The Orhal sword, not worth it for Tamarin. Oh, yeah, it actually is. Oh? Oh, that must have been Baggin. Thank you, Quick Access Map. I don't know what I'd do without you. Well, time to try to convince the chief. Hey now, don't be that way. Yeah, I'm beginning to get that sort of vibe from you people. Well, it worked. Somewhat. Wait a minute, how secret is it if it's in the bookcase right there? That's not good secret keeping there, sirs. Alright, it's time to go back through the forest. We're just going to skip the first segment because there's nothing new, really. Oh yeah, also note that Farna got another power boost after that scene with Ostrakhan in the basement of the mansion. Okay. Now, the reason I did the second area of the forest is because there are now secret passages that we can pass through that we couldn't before. Which means, new items we couldn't get before. No new enemies, though. High potion, always useful. And we need to go behind Gomez's lair. Ah, well, it'll be an adventure for everyone. Speaking of which, I got killed 3 times in this next segment, and I will tell you why as soon as we start fighting some of the enemies in the deep forest. Okay, here are a few of the enemy types. Pumpkinheads cast annoying spells but can also increase the defense of the allies. Goblins are basically standard enemies. Lizardmen attack often, hit reasonably hard, and they seem to make a beeline for Atrushan, and snowmen do that. The thing is, Atrushan is the only character who can actually die from being knocked out in battle because of the dragon curse of Ishban. And there he does it again. That kind of damage to all party members from a regular enemy is a menace. Well, we'll take care of all these problems. One of the things that really helps me is that the AI prioritizes healing. For casters that can use healing spells anyway. Which is all of them. And the last unseen enemy type from this area is that cockatrice up there. Looks like a chicken, but I swear it's a cockatrice. They can make more of themselves. They can't petrify you, but they can make more of themselves, which is already a problem. Of course, sometimes they just don't do anything. They don't even attack. While the AI is pretty decent, there are times when success in battle just really comes down to how you use Atrushan. So just get in there and hope for the best. Okay, this battle has been taken. Oh! Thank you, game, for getting me out of that battle. For letting me get out of that battle. Now, what? Wait. Now, where was I going? Well, I'll figure it out eventually. Thank you, game. Thank you for that paltry amount of cash. I wonder if they're just placeholder chests that were meant to have other things. I'll guess we'll never know. I don't speak Japanese, I can't interview the creators. Oh yeah, please forgive me if I seem to save a whole lot. I really can't overstate how nasty the encounters in this area can be. Okay, this is actually a fairly long area as far as this game is concerned. Hello, Potion. I'm just gonna play it safe here. The real problem I have with this area is that in a game where losing one particular character ends everything instantly, you really shouldn't design enemy groups whose AI is gang up on the main character. Well, the cornerstone character, I guess. Anyway, I equipped Farna with a new weapon because the bunny knife is not going to remain super useful for that much longer. And another level for Tamarin, thank you. We're getting pretty close to the end of this area, though. Yeah, this is the last part of the forest. There is something interesting here that we're going to explore later, but not quite yet. It's why I'm bypassing those secret passages right now. And here we go. Ah, this is exactly where we need to be. Hello. Okay, this is our first real lore dump in this game. So, tell us about the old gods. Oh, they were another people called the Horus. So they could use magic without spell casting. That's quite a distinction to make. Okay. Okay, so Dadarla is the actual creator entity. What is Garcia? He's terrifying. Oh, maybe we'll find that out. Huh. Well, that's about it for this time. We'll be handling the Shrine Dungeon when I get back. And I will be seeing you then. Goodbye.